Hi there, and welcome to That's Ancient History. I'm your host, Jack Donahue, and today we will be talking about the pyramids and why they were important. So, why were they built, you ask? Well, they were built to honor the pharaohs, the god kings of ancient Egypt. Now, what happened was they thought the pharaohs would be protected from floods, wild animals, and thieves. Also, the ancient Egyptians thought the pharaohs would be happy in the afterlife if they had some of their personal belongings, such as jewelry, furniture, weapons, and yes, clothing. How were they built, you ask? Well, at first, artisans had to use copper tools to cut the stone, and then workers used ropes to fasten them on wooden sleds. Then they moved along a path made of logs from the Nile River. From there they were unloaded, dragged, pushed, and then set in place, one at a time. And in fact, this took about 23 years on average, because there were up to 2 million stones being used. Now, why is this important, you ask? Well, the Egyptians had to find north. The pyramids were on a square base, and the entrances were facing north. Well, they had to find north by studying the sky and developing an understanding of astronomy. Also, that is where we got our 365-day calendar from. Thank you, Egyptians. Also, math. Yes, math. The Egyptians had to calculate how much stone they would use. They had to use geometry to measure angles. And also, they invented a base 10 number system, one in which we use today. Lastly, thank you, Egyptians, for inventing fractions, where they had to add, subtract, multiply, and divide those fractions to whole numbers. Lastly, the Egyptians did not know that these structures would last for thousands and thousands of years. And that is why the Egyptians and the pyramids are so important. And that's Ancient History. I'm your host, Jack Donahue. Thank you.
They had to develop a system